Factorization example. Find the factor of quadratic equation x square plus x minus 12 is equal to 0. So as you can see, it is given that my quadratic equation is x square plus x minus 12 is equal to 0. What I'm going to do, I'm going to consider a standard equation. So I'm going to write the equation over here. So I will write ax square plus bx plus c, and that is equal to 0. Now let's compare these two equations. So if you look at x square, I have 1 times x over here, and if you look at x, I have no number, so basically that is also 1. So basically my equation is 1x square plus 1x minus 12 is equal to 0. Now we can compare these two equations. So if I compare, I have a is equal to 1, b is equal to also 1, and c is equal to negative 12. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to multiply a and c. So if I multiply a times c, I will get 1 time negative 12, and 1 time negative 12 is equal to negative 12. So basically what we need to do, we need to find the factor of this equation x square plus x minus 12 is equal to 0, where when we subtract, we should get 1x, and when we multiply, we should get negative 12. Now let's write all the factors of negative 12. So I can write negative 12 as 4 times negative 3, and if I add 4 plus negative 3, that is basically equal to 1. So as you can see, I can take 4 and negative 3 as my factors. So I'm going to rewrite my equation as x square plus 4x minus 3x minus 12 is equal to 0. Now I'm going to take these two terms together and these two terms together, and if I take first two terms together, I can take x common. So I will write x inside the bracket. I have x plus 4 minus, I can take 3 common. So if I take 3 common, I have 3 outside the bracket, and inside the bracket I have x plus 4, and this whole expression is equal to 0. Now as you can see, I have this term x plus 4 common, so I'm going to take x plus 4 outside. So I will take x plus 4 outside, and inside the bracket I have x, because if I take x plus 4 common, I have only x left, so I will write x, and over here if this x plus 4 is common, only number left is negative 3, so I will write negative 3, that is equal to 0. So basically my factor for this equation right here is x plus 4 times x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now let's find the factor. So I'm going to write x plus 4 is equal to 0. I need to find the value of x, so I will take this 4 to the other side, and only way I can take if I subtract 4. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides, and if I do that, this 4 is cancelled out, and I have x is equal to 0 minus 4 is negative 4. So this is my first factor for the given quadratic equation. Now let's take the second factor, which is x minus 3 is equal to 0. I need to take this 3 to the other side, then only I can find the value of x, and only way I can think of if I add 3 on both sides. So I'm going to add 3 on both sides. So if I do that, this 3 is cancelled out. I have x over here, and then 0 plus 3 is 3. As you can see, the factor for this equation is basically my answer, which is x equals to 3 and x is equal to negative 4. And this is how we will find the factors of any given quadratic equation.